Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. These Steph Curry moments are gonna shock you. Steph Curry is well known to be the greatest shooter in NBA history. However, he's made some plays throughout his legendary career that really catch you off guard. These plays are typically very unexpected and just come randomly. So in today's video, we're gonna take a look at 10 of those unexpected moments throughout his career. Number 10. When you're the greatest shooter of all time, even misses can be wildly unexpected. The Golden State Warriors were locked in a tight series against the Portland Trail Blazers. The Warriors led the series 2-1, but were down by 9 points at this time. Curry then tried to give his team a spark by attempting a pretty difficult three-pointer. Normally, those types of shots seem to go in for Steph, but this one came up very short and completely airballed. Even the crowd couldn't believe their eyes. Seeing something happen like that almost feels like the world is just out of whack, though Golden State did end up winning that series in the end. Number 9. Sometimes the ball just doesn't roll the way you want it to, and this was the reason that Curry had another one of the most unexpected moments in his career. The Warriors were down by 1 point against the Sacramento Kings. It was a regular season game, so there wasn't much on the line here, but the game was in overtime with less than 10 seconds remaining on the clock and Golden State setting up for an inbounds pass. The original play seemed to break down, so Steph slipped behind the defense and got himself wide open while cutting to the hoop. It seemed like he had himself a wide open layup, but somehow the ball just went up, hit the backboard, then bounced off the rim and came back into play. Nobody could believe he'd actually missed that shot. Although we can't really hold this one against him too much because Steph still is one of the most clutch players in NBA history, and that game didn't really mean much in the end. Number 8. The quarter was just about to end, and players from both the Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies were kind of just walking the play out and letting it end. Well, that was what it seemed like at first. But then a Memphis player tried to get a last-second shot off, and he got stripped with the ball bouncing right into Curry's hands. With just a second or two left on the clock, Steph decided to just take a random chance and chuck up a shot from his own three-point line. He got the shot off just milliseconds before the buzzer sounded, and he actually ended up sinking it from way downtown. The commentators couldn't believe that he was able to knock it down, especially because he just makes it look so effortless. Number 7. Curry may be the best shooter ever, but he's really not known for his hops. But years back, when the Warriors were playing the Boston Celtics, he chose to remind the world that he can in fact jump with the best of them. Steph was working hard off the ball like he usually does, and happened to get free cutting down the baseline. He got a beautiful pass and rose up to dunk it with 2 hands. Not only did he pull off a nice dunk, but then he hung there from the rim as well as if he'd just posterized somebody. Seriously though, when's the last time we actually got to see Steph pull out a dunk in the middle of a game? It feels like it's just been forever. Number 6. Curry doesn't always get credit for his defensive abilities. Sure, he's not the best defender in the league, but his instincts keep him from being a liability back there. On this play against the Los Angeles Lakers, he proved that his defensive talents could be huge for the team. JaVale McGee went up for a contested layup but missed it to start the possession, and then he got the ball back and went up for a second shot, only this time Curry sprinted over and stripped the ball away from him as he started to rise back up. Right after Steph was able to gather the ball, he jumped and slung a behind-the-back dime all the way down the court to a sprinting Kevin Durant. Durant caught it right in stride and slammed it down to extend the Warriors' lead to 19 points in just the first quarter. It doesn't get much flashier than this play. Number 5. Let's head back to his college days. Steph and his team were down by 1 point with just over a minute left in the game here. He had possession of the ball and started off by scanning the floor for an opening. After a good chunk of the shot clock had ticked off, he made a slight move and crossed over his opponent, but not enough space for a wide-open look. Right after that, Steph drove into the lane and sprung it out to a wide-open teammate in the corner. That guy, though, missed the wide-open look pretty badly, not even hitting the rim, which of course meant the shot clock didn't reset and was down to just a few seconds. And that's when another teammate found Curry behind the arc and he launched up a deep three, knocking it down and sending the crowd into a frenzy. Even LeBron James was in attendance that night, and he was caught totally off guard by the young kid's performance. I think Steph must have been subscribed to our channel, and that's why he was able to knock that shot down. If you want LeBron coming and cheering for you, then make sure you smash that subscribe button before we get on to the next video. Number 4. In this next moment, all you can do is feel bad for the New Orleans Pelicans because they were the unlucky ones who had to go up against Curry and the Warriors in this game. It started out as a close one, but you could feel something brewing right from the start. Curry made a few threes out of the gates, but what was unexpected was that he started to sink some ridiculously difficult jumpers from all over the place. Fast forward to the end of the game, and suddenly Curry had surprisingly tied the NBA record for most three-pointers made in a single game. Literally just a few possessions after tying it, he got himself free again and broke the record for good, sinking 13 of them in that game. What was even more unexpected was that he only missed 4 shots from behind the arc throughout that entire game. Number 3. Timeouts aren't usually needed when you have a player like Steph on your team. During a very big matchup with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, Steph took a completely unexpected shot with the game on the line. It was obvious that he was cooking in this game, sinking shots left and right, and being the sole reason that his team was even competitive in the contest. With 10 seconds left in overtime, the Thunder missed a shot and Curry grabbed the ball. Now, even though they had one timeout left in their pocket, Curry chose not to call it and advanced it past half court. And that's when he just rose up for a three-pointer just about a step past the half court line, and he knocked it down with 0.6 seconds left on the clock to give the Warriors a huge win. Number 2. Sometimes 4 defenders just aren't enough. In this particular play, the Los Angeles Clippers sent 3 or 4 guys over to stop Curry on this one offensive possession. He went around a screen with one guy trailing him and then running into another defender. He slipped past the 2 of them and instantly ran into 2 more Clipper defenders who were literally shielding him off from the paint. That's when Curry unleashed a flurry of dribble moves and somehow got himself open from behind the three-point line and splashed it home. Nobody in the arena thought he was even going to be able to get a shot off with that much pressure on him, yet he did it and he knocked it down. Number 1. There are times when you just gotta sit back and wonder how in the hell something just happened. And that was everybody in the arena for Game 2 of an NBA Finals showdown between the Warriors and the Cavs. Kevin Love had switched on to Curry, and Curry tried to take the ball behind the three-point line but was facing intense pressure. It was great defense by Love, who even forced him to kind of stumble and lose possession of the ball for a second. Curry didn't panic though and regained his dribble pretty easily. Although by the time he got it, he was pretty far out away from the rim. Didn't seem to matter to him though, he instantly fired away a fadeaway 3 from a long distance out over tight coverage from Love, and he still got it to drop. The fans, of course, went nuts. There's just nothing you can do to stop talent like that. And with that, we wrap up today's video on the 10 most unexpected plays of Steph Curry's incredible career so far. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the top 15 most epic Ja Morant moments next.